Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No,
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl had.
Wait!
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked to be...
Overworked? I've said it before, and I'll say it...
But Philmont can do the job,
Monica, back inside!
Huh? But you said...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on.
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again. Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work rate. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days.
I'm sorry. It's all...
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful diet. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their... And that's why I'm here.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now.
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica's... and besides... Yeah, meaning it's gonna be...
Paimon will join you, 'cause...
Guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about... A really famous chef just joined this...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for... This is a small token from us. It's some candy from
Monica's the one apologizing?
Our head chef has been a little highly struck.
All right.
Thank you for understanding.
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Vermont's family, she hasn't...
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Huh? Hold on, there's something written up. Find...
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now.
Paimon doesn't see Monica and Savannah anywhere. Guess they went back to the kitchen?
We'll only complicate things even more if we go looking for them now. Let's head to the Fleuve Cendre.
anyway?
Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer, before Savannah. She recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer, and safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Boer.
Gâteau de Boer? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few
Well, apparently, but none of the chefs had any.
The Fortress of Mirabede?
Escoffier didn't have to
So that's what happened.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel. So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants... It's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on this. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow.
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still
Yes, Chef.
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy.
Oh, no.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can...
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this...
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head. Well, in her...
Wait. Take these home with you. We can't serve them.
Oh.
For what? Like I said...
Firmont.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. He decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve...
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion, Paimon.
Oh, so you know us already.
I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right, but I don't work for the hotel. Besides, I'm the one who...
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then.
That's hard to believe.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given the history, Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from...
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you've... Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only...
Oh, Monica. I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied Unbelievable! I won't stand for this.
Wait, so now she's...
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her...
Wait, she looks like... Is that Escoffier?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't...
But, please, you have to...
What the heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you see that you're just making your
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make...
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fromage had to put up.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate...
Oh, well...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't
I mean... Escoffier was strict. We all knew that it came from but these days, whenever... And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef
Monica, you don't need to call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own, that banquet was a huge...
Lumaline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the...
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste...
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it...
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you took all the blame. We all know why. You just didn't want to see this turn into a place where tensions are constantly running high. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say? Sure, the Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad.
Oh, the Fleuve...
Monica, besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately...
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef? So, you do
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this?
You made me the head chef. You're not the boss here anymore. So
Whoa. Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the
that's none of your...
What happened to...
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something...
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tête-à-tête between chefs at the Hotel de Boer, I dare...
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself.
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of the cooking contest would decide...
Huh. Sounds like...
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, and indeed, the reintroduction...
Reintroduction?
What say you, Escoffier? Sure.
Sure,
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose,
I don't want anything to happen to you.
but if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Boer to me.
What? The Codex de Boer?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains all his... It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world. And
Present and former. Wait, but
What do you want that old thing for?
Don't take me for a I want your copy! The original version!
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right? They can.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me? Or are you
Savannah, you may.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue. As long as both sides agree. And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bourg, per the recipe in the codex. Well,
You sound all right then. Let's see how much. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to.
believe me, I'll...
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendre so I can get prepping. Well, I got it.
Huh? Holding back?
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's...
That's Pat.
Okay. That's one case.
Oh, that? Well, it's back in the day. He and his good friend Savelli, for instance. Legend has it that so rare was the ingredient that Modeste and Savelli went on to found the, especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius. And over time, the recipes from his adventure log...
Paimon's heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hotel de Bourg took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Anyway, never mind century. And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Bourg. Even then, it still took numerous relocations.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was...
Yes, well, that's fiction. And this is reality. You can't meet the taste.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg they sell now is...
Wait, really?
It did, but like I said, it's the dusty old book now, and the record, so reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records as for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling...
Oh! Huh.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Bourg, but it's just think, if the original truly was the perfect...
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex.
So could it be a symbolic thing?
Well, it was clear, maybe from her point of view. It's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of...
You think so? The only...
What? Huh. Guess she's had...
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our gâteau do the talking. It means besting her in this bake-off, and then getting her to explain herself, even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula. However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula...
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de Bourg is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in... Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us...
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my even if it means competing against the Traveler. So be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in your case is that mise en place is... Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press, a kind of special food, but this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh?
The device isn't cold enough yet. I need to reduce the temperature. And done. These are the flavor compounds extracted from our ingredients.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated.
Absolutely not! I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely. Slowly and carefully. Not a drop too much, and not... that didn't count. I was experimenting. Get with it, Escoffier. And voila! Now it's your turn. Not terrible, but the traveler's work was surprisingly good. Are you sure you've... that goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due. You did well. Alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel de Boer's current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop! How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet? Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on... Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything.
6 points.
What? Oh, what?
That's 6 out of 100.
What?
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food. By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera.
Aww.
Oh, me next, me next. I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has 2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my...
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it.
Aw.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last...
8 points.
darn. That's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one...
What? How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can really taste the grace of the snowing goose in the...
Hey, you made that last part up! No way!
Well, it looks like I lost fair...
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining.
Chef Escoffier.
Oh, it's Hilaire! What brings you here?
I heard the news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bourg, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
Huh. And you think you're up to the task?
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent...
Firma, have you even...
I... Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I... can't...
Do it again! Again! Again!
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica, when did you get here?
Probably because you were all But anyway, Firma, I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing every order...
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
She sounds like the worst. All right, another Savannah...
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make...
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it! In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake...
Either straighten yourself out, or get out!
So now, it seems like
Oh, man.
the more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Fiamma? And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes.
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavy. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work. I will win this contest, and after that...
But what if you can't?
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Navia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
Yeah, and if we're...
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then...
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guarantee.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't... I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go.
Great. Then it's settled.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well... Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
Alright, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives. That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
I wish I could eat that all over again.
Why, Savannah? What? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. But I can't find anything. It's just some haste. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even in... Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah we were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is... difficult. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Bourg. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bourg and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks and with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity, people started gossiping about Savelli, and everything came to in. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of unlikely. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. Oh, and that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on. even if it means cracking her. Really? Well.
Wait, seriously? Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the hotel.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the Codex.
Monica?
In the interests of fairness, the labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judge.
As one of the judges, I promise to be.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hotel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
Stay calm, Escoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think. That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors. What are you doing, Escoffier? Your team's waiting on you.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, chef!
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
Savannah, what are you doing? Oh, good. I gotta focus on my own dish.
Up to the breather!
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on some.
The balance of flavors is about right, but the quantity is too low.
This flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Both of you, make like an egg and beat it! Do it myself.
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg. I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
Time's up! Contestants, please!
We both made it
Whoa! This is really rather good.
wonderfully.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of only because there's something.
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't.
I have a feeling that this guy.
How exciting!
Not just the sugar.
And Paimon thought this might have...
Something's not right.
I can now declare that the creator of the first.
What? It's Savannah?
No.
Hey, Savannah, you cheated, didn't you? What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven. It was Vanishem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to, isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her?
You take that back.
Judges, we demand.
That's enough! As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served, Savannah. I didn't think you'd stoop this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the codex to bore them,
Escoffier, no.
but you must promise me that you'll.
It's a little late to be negotiating.
Look, Savannah, you may have, but only on the
Fine. So, will that be all, ex-head chef?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But
I know what I.
all right, fine. I'm glad to hear.
Escoffier?
The Codex de Boer.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
It's all right. Besides, it's not all. Honestly, if I'd known that giving her the codex.
No. No!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pen.
Oh, I knew.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and she'll hide herself away.
But why?
Our best guess is...
And
Even so,
Yeah, and it's
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were
Leone and Argalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes.
not to worry. Come on, join me down.
well, how is it?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet.
Is it really that bad?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base. Which means, or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if whatever's going on...
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident?
so
I think so. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, but the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage.
This is crazy. So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier.
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier, but I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint, so you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened.
You mean...
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't. You should tell Vanisham to mark down your performance.
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original code?
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu...
Now that you mention it, but the difference was...
Still, so many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again.
Yeah, thinking back on...
She wants to prove that she can fill, but after and at some point along the...
Guarding Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, also she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine. The only one
Oh, for goodness.
Of course. Seeing how
There's still... She might not be on the...
You'd think so, but...
new head chef, you say? I wonder.
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to... Hey, did you hear me? Once...
All this time, I've been
I sincerely... Let's give her the day to calm down.
in that case, I'll go and update Vermont and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day.
Oh, nice! Macarons?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year, they migrate long distances in search. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the eye. But what those poets don't know, it whence the lead goose. So the truth is that leadership with like cooking is a science, not magic. Of course, some people have a more sensitive. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others. And come tomorrow. Thank you, genius.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanny Gem isn't for a while. Check on her? Why? What happened? Oh no, Escoffier.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from cafe.
Coffee. Strong, bitter. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler in Paimon.
Glad to hear it. But make sure to catch up on your sleep when you get the chance.
I think I figured out where the
Wait, what investigation?
I'll save it for whenever. Yes, except.
Escoffier! Have you seen Savannah?
Huh?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little only to find it. I left Alphonse, and if she's not here...
Boss, Escoffier.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping what?
We were, but then.
Oh, looks like...
Wait, of course. From the code? Yeah, but.
The code...
Seriously?
Oh, idiot.
Hold on.
It sounds like a...
Retrieve the cups of the cup. This is all... First, we thought that Savannah...
You're finally here, of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. Food safety and even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand...
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly...
I think Modest's codex.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did... Oh, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking it.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into...
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? See, this is why you should always bring snacks, you know?
There's no time for that. Romar?
Wait. Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just...
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just...
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden... Hey, go scout ahead for... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident.
Don't be so self-right. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her... So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. That first idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found...
Please, I am no Savelli, nor will...
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now?
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness.
Ooh, feisty.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both...
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
But you drink it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You. Oh,
Escoffier too much. I thought I'd play a... I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles. No. Revenge is a dish best served cold. You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain too. Everything I ever did was a failure. And now... Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You gotta... You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica!
Escoffier?
ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't! Stay back if you want her alive!
Escoffier and the Traveler.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve?
A recipe! You chefs are...
Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad!
He and Savelli were We're talking about a powerful That's right.
Will you listen to...
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll...
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't
Uh-oh, Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need...
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. Yeah. A little amuse-bouche. The explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternally. Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
Up to the freezer!
It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
to fresh and floral.
Rev the engines! Breath from the sky!
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
That's strange. These don't look...
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of the... Oh, you really think...
Trust our adventurer's instinct. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely... Darn it! Paimon was just about to show...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm...
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, the treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gateau de Boer into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the Gateau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who had ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own, I'd be able to face him without shame. Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure, for old time's sake? Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient. The birthplace of Gateau de Boer.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
The taste of Gateau being the perfection, but as he baked, it was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses. In hindsight, over the course of his many culinary the finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything. And because we had become estranged, I cannot be there to stop it. Yet despite everything,
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really on.
So, Modeste chose also. Neither the Codex nor...
Modeste told me everything in his final. Did he hope I would gain some personal... But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from... What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the... I cannot let that. I will do what I must. It may lead his family to suspect me of having... I would rather the world believe the final loose end is the evidence here. At the bottom of the sea.
Huh? Oh.
So we thought.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of... Oh, it's...
Monica? Oh, we were second.
Escoffier?
Savelli's final. So he came.
All that.
Monica?
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shall be...
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else! Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these Golus out!
Rise with the sun!
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Trump!
Okay, I'm coming. Huh?
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psych...
When did you... I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Traveler?
Escoffier! Savannah!
Mision! What do you want?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and...
We had to do something.
I don't... It was my fault. Escoffier had to leave. Come back, Escoffier.
Okay, so
Huh? Sorry.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. And if you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to...
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left. And Savannah's the only reason we've been able...
Our customers know, at the end of the day...
No,
Well, about that, there's someone else...
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firma? I'm so sorry, But...
Actually, I think
Huh?
We thought Firma's problem was purely... And as it turns out...
No way! Doesn't that...
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory. A small dose might simply make a person more emotional. Whether that mean more fragile...
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your head.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. Well, that's what happens when you...
There's... more.
You mean... she poisoned me?
Oh, so that's what...
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior, and
I will. I'm sorry. there's still one question that's really bugging me. Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a
It's because the heating element in your up...
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time. But by this point, it's pretty... I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since...
No, I spent so long trying to find out where... It all comes back to one...
Oh, cut it out! Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? And you've been head chef now for what? You clearly have no idea how many kitchen genius or not. Everyone makes mistakes. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Surely you haven't forgotten all...
I have...
Haha! Sounds like we won't need another change.
What up?
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you.
Friends again!
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch.
But that was mostly
right. And also...
No excuse, so grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now,
Hey! So,
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
the results are in! A landslide!
Quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah, look at that!
Now, where were we? I thought Navia... I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Bourg had reached a point, so I decided to step down and look...
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Niue. And in her, she has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, there's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now.
What? Paimon didn't know.
Half of the art of cooking is, and the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines.
Uh-oh. Paimon suddenly...
Don't worry, it's not. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Bourg, revised version.
All right! So...
Oh, of course. I've already promised that...
You know, Paimon's still a lit. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original... She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw, the so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians...
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the...
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times, even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it.
So after all that, there was nothing in those... Feels strange to say about Paimon.
Oh, hey!
Huh?
You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Rumoria. Experts say it has immense artistic and...
Wait! Isn't that the jar they used though?
If only it was still in one piece.